So this question here, we're dealing with a word question. It says the electrician charges a call-out fee of $40 and $60 per hour.
Yeah.
Write an expression for the total cost if the electrician works for H hours, right? So this is saying H is the number of hours,
Yeah.
right? And then we've got here, write an expression for the total cost. So what we could call the cost, C, right? Generally when you get to year 9, 10, 11, 12,
You have to turn everything into a letter.
everything to a letter, right? And it says an expression. So how do we write this expression? It says here, call out fee. What does that word mean here? Call out fee, that phrase.
Like an automatic.
An
thing.
automatic, right? In algebra and equations, we deal with these things called constants, which means it's just a number that they've given, right? So it's like, bang, it's there, it's $40, right? So let's say we need to write an expression for the total cost. So cost is equal to 40, right? Okay, so automatically when that electrician comes to your house, they're going to charge 40. But
Yeah.
is it just going to be 40?
No, it's going to be plus however many hours you work.
Yeah, 60, yes, that H hours, right?
Yeah.
But it says $60 per hour.
So it would be $60 per times the amount of hours you work, so it would be 60.
Right. So if you wrote it like that, is that simplified now? No, it's not. Okay, you have to simplify it. So 40 plus 60 H. You have to then understand that the 60 and the H is multiplied. Now, if you put in there 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, you can work out their rate. Okay? So here, how much would it cost? That is your actual expression there. 40 plus 60H. Okay? How much would it cost if a particular job took 3 hours? So what do we say at the start? H is the number of hours. What concept is this dealing with? Where you're gonna, what are you gonna do with the 3 hours?
Turn the H into the 3.
Correct. So this H is equal to 3. Yes or no? Yeah? So that's why I always write down the information part, right? You know how we usually have an info section?
Information substitute.
Yes. Do you see how there's an info? What's our formula? C is equal to 40 plus 60 H, yeah?
Yes.
Then what's the next step? What you just said?
Substitute.
Substitute. Right. So you're going to substitute wherever H is, you're going to put 3.
Yeah.
So C is equal to 40 plus 603.
No.
No, why not? What's the 60 doing to the H?
Timesing it.
Timesing
So
it.
you're timesing it by 3.
Correct. So you have to put times by 3. People just stop there. That's not it. You're going to have to do 60 plus 40 plus 180. C is equal to 220. They even stop there. What do I have to do? I still have to do something. Am I going to tell, if I was working as an electrician, I just said, oh yeah, C is equal to 220. What does that even mean? Dollars. You have to put C is equal to $220. All right?
Yep.
Next question. Use your expression to work out how many hours if the electrician worked for it and charged $400. So what are you going to write for your info? Yeah. What information do they give there in that question? There's 2 pieces. One where there's a question mark and one where we do know something. What do we know from this question? Yeah, and what does that mean in our formula? Which one is equal to 400? Sorry? Yeah, and what is all of it? What letter represents the cost or the charge? C. So you're going to write info. C is equal to $400. We need to work out how many hours. So what I usually do is go H question mark. Because then it tells myself, what do I need to work out?
H.
Right, H. So what are we going to do next? What's our formula? C is equal to 40 plus 60 H. We need to work out H. What's the third step that you said earlier?
Substitute.
Substitute. What do we want to substitute?
The H. No.
No.
60.
Which one?
The
What do we know and what do we want to substitute?
total cost.
The total cost, right? Because let's say, for example, if you find out h and you don't put that into a number, you're going to be left with h is equal to something something c. Do we want c in your answer? No, you want a number, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to substitute c is equal to 400 into our formula. So now let's do that. 400 is equal to 40 plus 60h. Can you now do this? What is this going back to? What were we doing earlier?
Linear
Linear
equations.
equations. Is that an x? It doesn't
No.
really matter. It could be an x. It could be a y. It could be a g. It's a h. You need to know how to solve it now. So what are you going to move first?
40.
Literally, right? So minus 40 minus 40. So it's 360 is equal to 60h. How do you get rid of the 60 now? What is the 60 doing to the h? Timesing it? Yeah. Divide it. And then you divide this side as well. So h is equal to what? What is h equal to?
3.
6.
Oh, yes, 6.
This is the part we need to be careful. Is it 6? Yes, it is 6, right?
Yes.
But what does that even mean? What is h? You can't just leave your answer like h is equal to 6. Hours, yes. Well done. So h is 6 hours. So when you write in a worded question, when there's a word question, you have to write a word answer. The electrician worked for 6 hours. And that's game over. That's it. That's literally it. So guys,